A huge upgrade is coming to all Tesla vehicles, confirmed by Elon himself. Yes, it is finally happening. Also, now is the worst time to buy a brand new Tesla, but it's also the best time to buy in. You do not want to wait any longer. Let me tell you why. Also, Elon dropped some hints on some new software updates coming to Tesla, some new features, and one of the worst parts of Tesla right now that Elon admits is just really bad. And one big accessory is missing from every new Tesla that you need to get, like, right now. Let's break down the wild Tesla news of the week, tell you everything you need to know, all the new software features coming, some big updates, and what Elon is spilling the beans on for some new upgrades coming to your Tesla very soon. Lots to get into, as always, in the wild world of Tesla, so let's just jump into it. But first, of course, a huge thank you to Into the Am for sponsoring this video. They have a wide variety of some beautiful apparel that looks great, feels great. They've got some great limited time deals going on right now as well, but more on that in a bit. Well, first off, let's just sort of get into the drama. One of the biggest bombshells that happened at the end of last week is still making headlines and still sort of causing shockwaves in the Tesla and really the whole car market world right now. And that is the significant, pretty significant actually, price increases that Tesla just implemented across the board on basically every single model. You can see here on screen all the price changes that just happened to the various Tesla models, and Tesla has done like $1,000-ish bumps here and there at various times on various models, but this right here is one of the single biggest price increases that Tesla has ever done, at least one of the biggest we've seen in quite some time. And for some even more context here, and to even blow your mind even more, check out the side-by-side of prices of some new Tesla models at the beginning of 2021 compared to what they are right now after this latest round of price increases. Pretty crazy. And what's especially crazy is that one of the most popular cars on the road right now, the long-range Model Y, shot up $16,000 in just a year and a half. That's crazy and sort of makes sense as to why so many people are sort of waiting not so patiently to get their hands on the standard range Model Y, which should be quite a bit cheaper. And I'm not here to give doom and gloom to potential Tesla buyers, but instead, I do want to answer some questions that I see every single day in messages and comments and DMs, and help those of you who are considering buying a Tesla. If you've been on the fence, this is what you need to know right now. If you're considering buying a Tesla at all, anytime really in the next 12 months, you need to watch this part because this is very important. The truth of the matter is, we don't know Tesla's master plan, but I would expect price increases to continue. Elon said himself that demand is still outpacing supply, and the price increases done in the past were sort of done not only to sort of curb the demand that's happening, really the unprecedented demand on Tesla vehicles, but also to sort of get ahead of some of the logistical issues and supply constraints and material costs that are going to happen over the next 6 to 12 months. Basically meaning, yeah, I don't think we've seen the last of the price increases, not at all. Now, before we continue with more Tesla news, I want to take a quick break and talk about the makers of this awesome shirt. Those of you who watch my videos know I'm a big fan of vibrant, colorful, good-fitting shirts. And of course, if you see this shirt and you like it, then you are going to love this video's sponsor, and that is Into the Am. And if you have not heard of Into the Am before, let me introduce you to an amazing company that for over 10 years has been making ultra-comfortable and premium clothing, and is also on a mission to help you express your energy, your creativity, your passions with some high-quality apparel that looks great and also just feels incredible. And something I love about Into the Am is that they've got a wide variety of high quality apparel here that includes a little something for everyone, including a huge collection of graphic tees that are super colorful. They've got some really vibrant ink. They've got a really great fit. And if you're into something a little bit more basic, their basic tees are fantastic, very basic, very subtle, very premium, very nice. I'm just a big fan of everything that Into the Am is making, including my graphic tee right here. As you can see, really colorful, vibrant ink. Love the fit. I'm just a big fan, as you can tell, of Into the Am. They've been a great channel sponsor here. They've been a great partner. I love working with them, and they always make some great stuff that I know you guys love as well. And not only does Into the Am make some great stuff, but they've also got some great deals going on right now as well. Like, you can grab 3 basic tees for just $49.95, excellent choice, and my favorites here, 3 graphic tees for a limited time discount of $55. This is happening right now from June 23rd through June 26th, a limited time sale, 3 graphic tees for just $55. So if you guys want to learn more, check out this awesome deal, and also just check out everything that Into the Am has to offer. Just hit the link down below to learn more, or head to intotheam.com/Robert10 and use my special coupon code at checkout Robert10 to get 10% off your order. Again, Into the Am is making some great stuff, looks great, feels great, just some really great apparel I know you guys are going to love. So again, learn more today and take advantage of that sale by hitting the link down below or going to intotheam.com/Robert10. And again, use my coupon code Robert10 at checkout to get 10% off your order. And obviously the demand for all EVs, and especially Teslas right now, is just incredible due to a mix of things. Gas prices, you've got some EV incentives, you've got the incredible dealer markups happening. There are many people considering buying an EV and really considering buying a Tesla than ever have been before. And Teslas do have a wonderful reputation, and so many people want to buy a Tesla for the very first time, but there is so much demand right now that orders are backed up nearly a year on many models, if not over a year on some of those popular models, which leads you to sort of be waiting around for quite some time. And not only are these price increases being done to curb this crazy demand, but also Elon is suggesting that Tesla may stop taking orders altogether temporarily on some of the most popular models with significant wait times, like the most popular model here, the long-range Model Y. But if you do want to buy a Tesla right now, in the next couple of weeks, or in the not-so-distant future, what do you do? Do you buy right now? Do you wait it out and hope that Tesla doesn't increase the prices like crazy? Or could we see maybe a price decrease? If you're looking to buy a Tesla, what do you do? Well, here is like my rapid fire response and like my 60-second-ish answer. The recommendation is to fork up the $250 for the order fee and place an order right now. Do not wait any longer, because chances are very likely the prices are just going to keep going up. Not only does placing an order now sort of save your spot in line, but it also locks in your order and guarantees your car's price is going to remain the same for what it was when you click the order button. So even if you place an order now and in 5 minutes the price shoots up $2,000, your order is safe at the price it was when you press that button. So for a lot of people who ordered within the last 2 weeks, they just saved themselves a significant amount of money, thousands and thousands of dollars, just by placing that order and getting their spot in line. It's only $250, so put that money in now. Best case scenario, you get your car and you're good. Worst case scenario, you cancel your order and you're out $250, but that $250 might be a small price to pay if the price increases like $5,000 again in the next couple of weeks. Next up, let's talk some good news and some really big news here with Tesla software, specifically with Elon himself admitting that not only does Tesla's software sort of need some work, but one long requested feature, something we've wanted to come back for years, is finally making a return to all Teslas all over the world. We first saw last week that enhanced AutoPilot randomly reappeared for sale in New Zealand and Australia, and after some back and forth on Twitter and someone asking Elon to sort of make this available for everyone around the world, Elon said, okay, which suggests that enhanced AutoPilot is coming back to all Tesla owners all around the world, which is really exciting to see. And the reason this is such a big deal, and for those who don't know what this is, EAP or Enhanced Autopilot is basically a feature set that gives you all the best features of Tesla's $12,000 full self-driving package for a much cheaper price, and gives you all the useful stuff without any of the sort of dreamy, ambitious stuff. So for EAP, you're going to get auto lane change, navigate on autopilot, smart summon, auto park, all the good stuff, while you won't get full self-driving or city street driving or stuff like that, which I feel like most people don't actually care about. They'd rather save the money and get the good features that actually work right now. Now, as good as this is, there are a few important questions we got to follow up on here. Obviously, it's amazing to see EAP return, but the big question, of course, is how much is it actually going to cost? That's really going to determine for many people whether or not it's actually worth the price. And as a refresher, full self-driving, of course, the FSD package, is $12,000 as a one-time upfront payment, or $200 per month if you want to subscribe to it indefinitely through Tesla's subscription offering. And as of June 23rd, EAP Enhanced Autopilot is officially back, at least here in the US, at a price tag of $6,000. Of course, it's going to come with all the features you would assume it would. It's smart summon, auto park, auto lane change, navigate on autopilot, all that good stuff. It's actually cheaper than what we thought it would be, which would be around $7,000-ish converting from New Zealand and Australia. So now it is official, and you can go ahead and buy it on the Tesla website, or you can go ahead and upgrade it through the Tesla mobile app. But what I, and I'm sure many of you guys are even more interested in than that, is what the subscription price could be per month, because that might make it even more tempting and even more worth it. And for some quick back-a-napkin math here, the $12,000 of FSD is $200 per month, which basically spreads the full cost of FSD around 60 months. So if we applied that same formula and same math over to EAP, that would make the $7,000-ish EAP offering about $116 a month, or let's say Tesla's going to be generous, call it $99 a month. And I think at that price point, Tesla has got a winner at a very compelling feature set at a very compelling price. And as of right now, there is no subscription offering for EAP. There is just the full price buyout, but maybe that could change in the not so distant future because a subscription offering makes so much sense. And again, we already have it for FSD, so I think for EAP makes a whole lot of sense, especially if it's priced right. The other thing that many people have been asking for is for Tesla to sell these features a la carte. Hey, I don't use Smart Summon, I don't need Auto Park, I just want auto lane change and I want navigate on autopilot. Can I buy those two features just sort of on their own, a la carte? And the answer to that seems to be no. Tesla has not indicated that this is going to happen. There have been no leaks or rumors to suggest that. And it might make it, I mean, it's technically possible, but with the software and how Tesla does things, I wouldn't expect it. So I'd expect it's more of an all or nothing thing. Either you buy it or you subscribe to it and you get them, or you don't. And I'm curious, what are your thoughts on EAP possibly, hopefully returning? Would you subscribe to it? Do you think $7,000 is a fair price? Do you think the feature set is worth it? Or are you either going to stick with Autopilot or go all in an FSD? What are your thoughts on this? Do you think it's worth it or not? Let me know your thoughts to all this stuff down below. Also, speaking of Tesla software, in a recent interview, Elon himself called out Tesla's browser in particular as being sluggish, slow, and worse than a 5-year-old iPad by a lot, and I agree with all of those characteristics. The browser doesn't seem to be capped by data speeds inside of Tesla. I don't know if it's a processing thing, but the browser inside of every Tesla I've tried is slow, sluggish, it's bloated, and honestly, if we're being kind of frank here, the browser is just sort of unpleasant to use. Elon also talked about adding a new mode for Model S and Model X owners that basically splits the audio from the back screen and entertainment system to the back, while the front has its own independent controls. So for example, right now, if you have kids in the back of your Model X and they're watching a YouTube video, that sound is blaring all over the car for everybody to hear. Elon says that in hopefully a future software update, he's going to isolate the sound so that YouTube audio would play just in the back, the parents could have music going on in the front. Not exactly sure how Tesla's going to pull that off, but Elon says specifically that's one of the features he wants to bring to cars, and which would be really cool to see. I've also gotten some questions recently on the whole charging cable fiasco here, and I want to give a little bit of an update that I think is important. For those who don't know, obviously, Tesla is no longer including the charging cable with the car, but also, in addition to removing that sort of package, you now also don't get the J1772 adapter, which technically is part of that mobile charging kit, which is a big deal. And I made a whole video on this I'll link to down below. I know some people don't agree with me, but I do think this is a really big deal, specifically for anyone, at least in the US, who wants to use a non-Tesla charger, whether that's a ChargePoint or an EVgo or a Volta or whatever it is. You need that connector. That's sort of the standard here in North America, that J1772 adapter. And if you're in a situation where you need to charge your car and you go to park and get that cable, without that adapter, you're not going to be able to charge your car. And I feel like many people are unaware that that adapter is no longer being included with all Tesla vehicles. So definitely, if you do not have it and you don't have one on order, definitely make sure you order one. It's very important and one of those pieces of gear that you're going to want to make sure you have. Because trust me, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Trust me, I know from experience, you want to make sure this thing is always in your car. I will leave a couple of links down below if you want to pick some up. Guys, as always, I want to know your thoughts on the latest Tesla news of the week. What are your thoughts on the not so insignificant price increases? Do you think this is a good move or bad move? Also, what are your thoughts on EAP coming back? Hopefully, some fixes to Tesla software and just general stuff. How are you enjoying your Tesla? Are you a new Tesla owner who has some questions on their car? Are you on the fence about buying or leasing or buying or not buying? Let me know your thoughts down below. We can discuss. As always, I appreciate you guys watching so much. Thank you, as always. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you all in the next one.